Hello, I'm Nicola Palfrey. I'm a clinical psychologist and National Clinical Manager with Headspace Schools. Sometimes as a parent or carer, we can become worried about our children, young people and their wellbeing or mental health. This short video highlights 3 practical tips for parents and families. Step 1, noticing changes and becoming concerned. Step 2, how to start a conversation with your child. And Step 3, how to support your child. Step 1, you might notice some changes in your child or young person. These can be things like a change in how they're thinking or feeling, noticing feelings like anger, sadness, fear, not caring about anything or doing risky things. You might see changes in the way your child's behaving or acting. They might not seem to enjoy things anymore. They might refuse to go to school. There might be changes in their eating or sleeping. They can become easily irritated or have problems with family and friends. You might find they can't focus on things or maintain attention. They may be feeling down or that there's no hope or point to life. You might notice they have trouble concentrating or remembering things. They might be spending lots of time online and becoming stressed about what they're reading or seeing. They may turn to alcohol or drugs to cope with feelings. They could have negative thoughts or distressing thoughts. They might be feeling unusually stressed or worried, or being secretive or acting out of character. Or sometimes it's just a feeling as a parent that you're worried about them. Step 2, how to start a conversation. There is no perfect way to start a conversation about wellbeing or mental health, so it's okay if you find it hard. It helps to think about the right time and the right place to have the conversation though. It's important to make sure that your child feels safe to talk, and you need to remember to listen. Sometimes parents and carers ask a question and then jump straight to trying to solve the problem, when actually what we need to do is just listen. It's also important to make your child feel like their concerns and worries are important and not seen as silly. Some ways to start a conversation. They could be as simple as, hey, I've noticed you have a lot on your mind lately. I'd like to hear how you are. Or, on a scale of 1 to 10, where 1's not okay and 10's you're going really well, how are you going? What can I do to support you? Or simply, you don't seem yourself lately. How are things going and what can I do to help? Step 3, how to support your child. The most important thing is to provide support, listening and kindness. Being a good listener can really help. You could say things like, I can hear that things are tough right now and I'm glad that you've told me. You could say something like, we can work through this together if you like. Or thank you for sharing that with me. I care about how you feel and what you're going through. Or what do you think would be helpful right now? Taking the time to really try to understand can show the young person that you're a safe person to go to for help, and this might mean they'll end up sharing more. It can also be helpful to share the decisions with the young person. Some helpful things to say could include, I'd like to find a way to help you. Have you got any ideas of how I could help? Or would it be okay if we spoke to someone at school about this? Or would it be okay if we called a service or a counsellor to help us figure out the best way forward? Sometimes, in fact often, these things take a few conversations. It's important to let the school know what's going on as well so they can help it too. Talking to your local family doctor is always a good option and can really help. If you are worried and your child needs to speak to someone like a counsellor or a professional, you can call the New South Wales Mental Health Line on 1800 011 511. Anyone can call this number and they're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you have immediate concerns for the safety of your child or young person, take them to the emergency department at your local hospital or phone 000 and stay with them.